Okay, so we're going to come out of this car park. Now the test centre is just across the road there. Now we would be turning left out of here, but if you were coming out of the test centre, you'd be taking a right hand turn onto Broomhill Road. So keep looking both sides. Now Broomhill Road, the speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. Build our speed, check our centre mirror every time we change a gear. Keep our positioning nicely to the left hand side. Now it's important to make progress. When the road ahead is clear, it's important to try and get up to speed when possible. So into fourth gear and maintain the speed. Be conscious of any vehicles emerging from any side roads. And then we're going to be turning left at the end of the road onto the Green Hills Road. So as with any left turn, we check our main mirror and left mirror, signal to the left. Now there's a solid white line at the end of this road, so we have to come to a complete stop. So take in your position tight to the curb and stop at the line. Now keep looking for traffic. This road could be a little bit busy at times, so just be patient and take your gap when it's safe. Now we'd be conscious of the cycle track on our left hand side. It's a broken line, so if necessary we may enter that area, but we try and avoid it if possible. Red light ahead. So centre mirror before we brake. And when we're stopping behind the vehicle, be sure to see the two back tyres of the car in front touching the road. So handbrake and then neutral because we're not first in queue. If you were first in queue, you would normally leave the car in first gear with the handbrake applied. So the lights change, so into first gear. Mirrors start with the left one, middle and right. And now we're approaching the junction. The light is green, so we're checking the junction. We're conscious of the Jeep waiting to turn as well. We have priority, however. And build our speed calmly. Again, be conscious of the cycle lane. If we don't need to use it, don't use it. Now we're going to come down around some bends here. And then we're going to come to a set of traffic lights. And at the traffic lights, we're going to be making a right-hand turn. So centre mirror before slowing. And we're turning right, so main mirror, right mirror. There's a change of lane, so quick look in the right mirror and a quick check on the shoulder and move across into the lane. And make sure to stop before the stop line if the light is red. Now when the light goes to green, if we have a full green light, we can move out to the centre of the junction. So we're in first gear because we are first in queue. We're waiting for the light to change. Just keep a quick look around your mirrors. If the full green light comes on, we move to the centre. If the full green light and the filter comes on, or just the filter in its own right, we then go ahead and take the turn. So we move out to the centre. And we stop in line with the turn. Turning right onto Castletimon Road. Waiting for a gap in the traffic, or alternatively waiting for the filter. Or if the light were to change to red and we were in the middle, we would then have to complete our turn. So the filter light has come on, so look into the turn. And then we've got an immediate right turn again. So main mirror, right mirror, signal. Wait until the line goes broken. Quick look on the right shoulder into the lane. And the bus is stopping, so line up your turn and turn at a right angle in towards your turn. Now we're turning left, so main mirror, left mirror. We're turning left onto Timonville Avenue at the moment. From Timonville Road. Second gear over the ramps. Just make your way up to the end of the road. And we're going to follow the course of the road around to the right. So still on Timonville Avenue. Look into the turn on the approach. Turn at a right angle to the turn. And then we're going to be pulling in on the left and stopping. Main mirror, left mirror has been checked. Signal is on. Stop nicely in close to the curb. Once you've stopped, handbrake, neutral, and cancel your signal. Okay, so now it'd be normal for the examiner to ask you to move away on this hill. So you're going to go into first gear, look around the mirrors, left to right, signal, check our blind spot, and then move away when safe. build our speed. Up to third between the ramps if possible. On Tymanville Park, and we're turning left onto Timon North Avenue. Now as we approach, our view is not very clear to the right, so we're going to take up our position to the left and stop into first, keep looking both sides, and then proceed round. All the time being aware of potential hazards in this housing area. So we're just following the road. Still on Timon North Avenue, and we're turning right, so main mirror, right mirror, positioned close to the centre. We should stop here as well, and we're turning right onto Timon North Road. Ramp ahead, so into second. Now we're just going to follow the course of this road through. Just remember to keep your position nicely to the left. Except when moving around the parked vehicles, giving a car door width. Now back to second before the ramp, centre mirror before you go back to second. Again, just move out gradually around the obstruction, tailoring your speed to the traffic conditions, and keeping nicely to the left. And we're going to take the next right, so main mirror, right mirror. Signal is on. We're positioning towards the centre, but just not crossing the centre. And turning in. And then we're just going to go over the ramp and just pull over beside the curb on the left and stop. Now, any one of the side roads off this road, off the road we just turned off on, could potentially be used for any form of manoeuvre, such as your turnabout or your reverse around the corner. It depends on how the examiner feels on any given day. Okay, so now we're going to do our turnabout. So we're going to go into gear, look around our mirrors from left to right, signal, check our blind spot, and when nothing's coming, move slowly while turning quickly. Just go across and stop just before you get to the curb. Then into reverse, look up and down the road as you're doing this, then through the back, and move back slowly and turn quickly. And then when you're halfway across, switch to your right shoulder and stop just before the curb. And again, look up and down the road, going into first, moving slowly and turning quickly. And then you may be asked to pull in on the left and stop after the manoeuvre. So mirror signal. And stop here. Then handbrake, neutral, and cancel signal. So we're going to move off again. So we go into gear, look at our mirrors from left to right, signal, check our blind spot, and move away calmly. So we're going to be turning out of the cul-de-sac back onto Timon North Road. So main mirror, right mirror. Looking both ways and then proceeding if safe. And now there's a reverse around the corner just up here and the turnabout. So we're going to do the reverse around the corner into St. Angus Road. So we're going to pull in just after the corner. Main mirror left, mirror signal left. Go over the ramp. And we'll just come to a stop here now. So handbrake, neutral, and cancel our signal. Okay, so we're going to do the reverse around the corner. So into reverse, take a lighthouse look. Look to the left mirror. Start backing up towards the corner using your left mirror to view the curb. Keep the car nice and slow. Just as you come to the first part of the turn, before you turn in, you check your blind spot and then continue and look through the back occasionally also, keeping the curb in view. And then look right at this point and look right again. And if a car comes from any direction, you just stop. So nothing's coming, so we're just going to continue. Bring the car straight with the curb. And just keep reversing back, check behind occasionally, until the examiner asks you to stop, or the exception to that would be if you're going to hit something that you feel the examiner may not have noticed. And then we stop, and then handbrake and neutral, and then we're going to drive out now. So we've completed our reverse. We're going to move off, so check your mirrors left to right, signal, check our blind spot, and then we're going to go left, main mirror, left mirror, leaving St. Angus Park onto St. Angus Road, keeping tight to the curb, looking as you're turning, and then we drive away. Now we have a hazard on the road, which is the bin, so we're going to indicate around the bin, mirror signal, and then cancel the signal promptly. And then we're going to drive ahead, building our speed up to third, then back to second. Now again, just to reiterate, any of these side roads at all could be used for doing a turnabout or a reverse around the corner, especially the one on the right just here before the end of the road. So we're turning right onto Timon Road, so main mirror, right mirror, back to second on the approach. Looking as we're approaching, we can see cars coming, so we're going to stop. Looking for a safe gap in the traffic, and then proceeding. And we're going to stay in second for this ramp. Now, if your car has really smooth suspension, you may be able to get away with using third, but I prefer to use second. So centre mirror, brake, and back to 2. And then we drive away, building our speed again, keeping our car nicely to the left. We see the island in the centre of the road, which is the ghost island, which means we shouldn't drive on that area. However, if to avoid an obstruction, we can if necessary. Centre mirror with every gear change, keeping an eye on, of course, the pedestrian crossings as well. Another ramp, so I'm going to come back to second and drive away and back up to 3 with confidence. Speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. And back to second again. Still on Timon Road. And now the light ahead is flashing amber, so we can go so long as there's no pedestrian looking to cross. And again, centre mirror has been checked because we're slowing. And then up to third again. So basically, anytime you change a gear as well, it's a good idea to check the centre mirror. It's a nice reminder. And now we're turning left at the end of the road now, at the traffic lights. So main mirror, left mirror, signal left. Keeping an eye on the centre mirror as I'm slowing up. Stopping so I can see the wheels of the vehicle in front touching the road. Handbrake and neutral because I'm not first in queue. Keeping an eye on the lights. The lights have gone to green, so into first. Mirrors left to right. And we also check our junction. There's a bus lane just on our left now as we come around here, so don't get too tight. Stay off the bus lane, and we're approaching a roundabout. We're now on Tallaght Road. Now we do a full circle of this roundabout, so as we approach, we check our main mirror, right mirror, signal, use the right hand lane because we're coming full circle. Quick glances. Keep reasonably close to the roundabout, but not so tight as you would clip it with your back wheel. And then main mirror, left mirror, signal to the left, and drive away. Now we're turning left again, so main mirror, left mirror. This is into Glenview Park. Make sure to stay nice and close to the left, and also a quick check in the left mirror just before you turn in. and then turn right. Now if you haven't done a reverse around the corner at this point, they may choose one of these corners to reverse around. Now we're centering ourselves down this in the middle of the road because you've got parked cars both sides. Nice and gently over the ramp, and then drive away. I have a van coming the other way, so we're just going to move into the left, give way as required. Stop 2 or 3 car lengths back from the obstruction. We'll indicate as well because we're going to have to move across the centre. Of course, we've checked our mirrors before we indicated. And nice and steady and slowly through here. Again, more obstructions, so main mirror, right mirror signal. Now we're going to hold back 2 or 3 car lengths. Then when it's safe, we're going to move out calmly. Workmen on the right hand side, children on the left hand side, so we're just watching. And a cyclist coming down the centre, so to keep our speed suitable to whatever conditions you're having to deal with. Build our speed now. And we're turning right at the end of the road. So main mirror, right mirror, signal. Looking both ways. And we can just continue because we can see it's safe. And then we're turning left, main mirror, left mirror. Back onto the Tallaght Route, stroke Blessington Road, keeping in close to the left. And then it's safe to proceed, so we're going to continue. And this brings us down towards the Tallaght village, building our speed to 50 kilometers per hour. Into 4th and maintain our speed. Keeping our position nicely to the left. Now as we come down into Tallaght village, things will get a little bit tighter. We have more activity due to shopping centres and parked vehicles, so we're coming back to 3rd, monitoring the side roads, watching the pedestrians on the footpath. I'm now just sitting just above 40 kilometers per hour because I'm a little concerned just about the traffic situations along here. And then at the traffic lights, we're going to take a right. So it's main mirror, right mirror, signal to the right on the approach. Vehicles may be reversing out of parking spots or driving out on our left side, so here's a car coming out, so we're going to stop because it's not safe. We're changing a lane, so we're going to check our mirror and a quick check on our right shoulder, just a quick glance for our blind spot, and then into the lane. Now, pedestrian walking across, so we take our time. Lots of activity here, so just be cautious. So we're approaching our stop line, so we stop just before the line. Handbrake, and stay in first gear because you're first in queue. Now once again, we've got the traffic light junction, it's a crossroads, so we have to look as we enter to all roads, so left, straight ahead and right. When the green light comes on, we move to the centre. If we get a filter light, then it means that the traffic coming the opposite way has a red light. So once you are certain that they're stopped, you can go ahead and complete your turn. So we're just waiting patiently at the light. Does no harm to have a quick glance around the mirrors occasionally when you're in this situation, because you could get a cyclist or motorcyclist making their way up the left or right hand side of your car with the intention of turning right as well. It's worth remembering that as a general rule, only one vehicle should pull to the centre of the junction. So if you're the first car, you can pull to the centre. However, if you're the second car, you should generally wait back behind the stop line. So we've checked the side roads, as I said earlier. Driving right out to you in line with the white line of the road you're turning into. Side roads again. It's clear, so we're turning. Building our speed. It's still 50 kilometers per hour along here. Again, building our speed nicely, but keeping our distance from the vehicle in front. Keeping our correct road positioning. And now the speed limit changes to 60 kilometers per hour just up here. Now it's highly unlikely you'll get much chance to do 60 because we generally turn left at the lights or left further up. So we're going to go left at the lights, so main mirror, left mirror. Checking our mirrors, middle and left as we approach. Back to 2. Just mirrors again. Check no traffic are turning from the centre of the junction. Keep tight on the turn. And then we're back into a 50 km/h zone. Lots of parked cars along here, so we're just going to move out to allow enough space for a car door to open and just maintain our speed. Now you're nearly back at the test centre now. You've got one road left, which is a little bit difficult. We'll see that now in a second. So we're turning right, so main mirror, right mirror, signal right. We're on Ayrton Road turning onto Broomhill Road again. Now we see the keep clear box in front of us, so unless we can turn and go through, we don't enter. Looking across and now moving forward to line up with the turn and then turning. Now cars coming up this road tend to be on our side because of the parked vehicles on the right, so if necessary, give way as required. If not, just build your speed nice and calmly, keeping our position nicely to the left. Now this bend is a little bit blind, and there can be a lot of heavy vehicles, trucks and the like, coming around these bends, so make sure you look into the bend. The test centre is on our right hand side. Now we're going to go left up in here because we don't want to obstruct the test centre. So the test centre is just on the right there, number 52. We're going left. And then steer in. Into first. Always go into first as you enter a car park. And then we just turn left into one of the parking spots. Obviously you'll be turning into the parking spot at the test centre itself. And there we are now, facing the driving test centre just across the road from us. So we stop, handbrake, then neutral, and then that would be Route 1 of the Tallaght Test Centre.